Michael, say something.
Wow, we don't want the camera on right now. We'll get pumped up.
You're not in the mood?
We have to get pumped up.
Go around.
Let me see it.
No, I just forget about it.
Let me see. What are you showing?
Look at it. Look at his claw.
And you know, we felt like going to a basketball game.
Get a close up
It's a
on
coke
dolly
nail.
up on the
He moved it.
toenails.
Put it back up there, Mike.
Look at her.
Primitive feet here in a modern
Michael.
world.
8 feet.
That'll kill somebody.
What if
Killing
you're,
me right now.
What if you're sleeping and
The other one matches.
Michael.
you go to scratch your other leg with that foot and you come up, wake up in the morning with third-degree cuts and big gashes?
About the Mid-Ohio Conference, you have a very balanced conference this year, no different whatsoever. And we have Ohio Dominican and Walsh. The Panthers have turned their basketball program around this season under first-year coach Ed DeGenova.
Ed's doing a fabulous job so far, Jim, and the ball club is playing together as a team. They're playing for 4 quarters. One thing I noticed, too, they're going to the boards better and seem to be shooting a better percentage, taking better shots this season. We expect them to put up a good struggle here tonight against Walsh at home, even though Walsh should have the advantage. Playing well at home this season, I expect Ohio Dominican to put up a real good battle tonight.
Panthers playing the spoiler role. They only won 7 ball games the last 3 years. This year, they're 8-13, 1-5 in the MOC. Walsh, on the other hand, in the middle of the Mid-Ohio Conference race at 3-3. Cavaliers 15-6 overall, and the Cavaliers have played great basketball on the home court this entire 90-91 season.
Absolutely, Jim. The key, though, to the Cavaliers' success has got to be, especially coming down the home stretch, is playing successfully on the road. They played some pretty good ball games, but they haven't come out and beat the big teams on the road. They're going to have to do that down the stretch. They played well, rebounded well, shot the basketball well this season. One problem seems to be when they set the ball up, they need that good penetrating guard to create situations. They run the ball very well, but when they go into their set offense, they seem to bog down at times, and that is because of a lack of consistency with penetration to the guards out front. Let's see if they can't find somebody towards the end of the season here and really make a big push for the title.
Ohio Dominican playing the role of the spoiler, and the Cavaliers trying to stay in the thick of the MOC race.
The Mid-Ohio Conference Game of the Week, brought to you by the Ohio Lottery, Sports Channel, Walsh College, the Mid-Ohio Conference.
For some people, doing their tax forms by themselves can make them feel like they're climbing.
Accidents can be devastating, shattering lives in an instant. I know, I've been there. I felt the frustration, anger, and helplessness. I'm Jeff Friedman of the law firm of Friedman, Damiano, and Smith. I was injured in an automobile accident, and I know the value of sound legal advice. That's what you'll find at Friedman, Damiano, and Smith. Our experience can make the law work for you. At Friedman, Damiano, and Smith, your concerns are our business.
One of my guys was hurt on the job. The company knows it wasn't his fault, but they still called their attorney.
Compensation for negligence is simple justice.
Yeah, I feel bad. And so does everyone else. And what's the company doing about it? Protecting itself.
Nuremberg Plevin has represented over 50,000 personal injury victims.
I told him to call Nuremberg Plevin. Not to get even, just to make it fair.
Nuremberg Plevin, attorneys at law since 1929.
College Panthers meet the Walsh College Cavaliers. Take a look at the Cavaliers as they get ready for tonight's game. You know, Mick Walsh has really dominated the series between the two teams. They have won 19 of the last 21 games played between these two Ohio College and Mid-Ohio Conference schools. But last year at Dominican, the Panthers stunned the Cavaliers, winning at their place in Columbus. And Jim Nagy, who's leading the club in scoring last year, had a big night against Walsh 1 year ago.
I remember that, Jim. That was a critical loss for the Cavaliers, and of course they had to suck it up and finish the season strong. And that was an outstanding ball game in particular for Ohio Dominican. Big win for that program, and of course now Ed DeGenova has taken over in his first year. Thing I like about it, he's got some freshmen and sophomores contributing to the program. In the next year or two, they'll have be seasoned, and then he'll bring some people along slowly, and this should be an outstanding program within the next couple of years.
You know, in years gone by, if you got this program down in the ball game, they laid down. They stayed down. They were beaten by 20 and 30 if you got them and jumped on them early. But the case is now, these guys don't quit. The last 3 years, they lost 81 of 88 games. That's just 7 wins. Already this year, they've won 8 ball games. That's a tremendous turnaround, and it adds a lot of strength to the Mid-Ohio Conference at the same time. Right now, I'm going to look at the starting lineups. Sam Eggleston, 5'10" sophomore guard, first man out. He's averaging 7.3 a game, wears number 22. He's followed out by John Pageant, 6'1" freshman. John averaging 5'8" a ball game, number 30. Kevin Shea's in the middle, 6'4" sophomore, averaging 10 points a ball game, 4.4 rebounds. He wears number 54. Derek Johnson, number 34, 6' sophomore guard, averaging 11 a ball game, almost 4.5 rebounds. He had 19 points in the first ball game in Columbus. And Jim Nagy, 6'2" freshman, or 6'2" forward, a senior. Nagy averaging 16-1 a game, exploded against the Cavaliers in Columbus a year ago, scoring in the 30s. Ed DeGenova, in his first year with the Panthers, and he's got this program headed in the right direction. Cavaliers, directed by Ron Frederis, enter tonight's game 15-6 and 3-3 in the Mid-Ohio Conference. A pivotal game as teams who want to stay in the conference race have to win at home. Jason Frederick, first out for the Cavaliers, 14-7 a game, a 6' senior, wears number 14. His running mate is Elliot Devane. Devane, number 20, 5'10" senior, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, averaging 7.2 a ball game. Cavaliers with a smaller lineup tonight due to some injuries and illness. Tim DeBevic will go one of the wing spots. 6' sophomore from Copley. DeBevic averaging 3.6 a ball game. Zedric McDonald, number 30, one of the forwards, averaging 11 a game. He's from Twinsburg High School. And Corey Appline, sore leg muscle and all, will start at one of the forward spots for the Cavaliers. Todd Brown is not dressed tonight. He's battling tonsillitis. And Greg Geink, who usually starts in the middle, I guess a story we can tell when one of the Cavaliers gets assessed a technical foul for whatever reason, they don't start the next ball game. And Greg Geink had a superb game at Rio Grande in the Cavaliers' last ball game, a loss. Had a T called on Greg, and I guess the circumstances were questionable, but Greg was assessed a T nevertheless. He's not starting tonight, but I'm sure we'll see Greg before the night's over.
And just taking a look at Ohio Dominican, Jim, they have a rather small ball club, so I look for the Cavaliers to try to take it down low into Appline, and of course when Guy gets in the ball game, and of course Zedric McDonald with his outstanding jumping ability, look for the Cavs to try to get the ball inside and score down low, because the Ohio Dominican ball club just does not match up well size-wise down low.
Cavaliers had their biggest night at the free throw line at Dominican in that first ball game, hitting 34 of 39 free throws. That has not happened very often to the Wine and Gold in this season. We're ready to jump it up. Johnson and McDonald controlled by Nagy of the Panthers. He's going to pull it for 3 right away. It's short. The ball is deflected off of Derek Johnson. The ball will go back to the Cavaliers for their first possession offensively tonight. Man-to-man defense from the Panthers. Lob down low to Appline. He's stripped by the Panthers, but Eggleston steps out of bounds.
That's exactly where the Cavaliers decided to go, Jim. Right off the get-go here, they lobbed it down low to Appline, had the easy basket. Good strip, and Cavaliers will take over.
Scoreless ball game. DeBevic going to the basket on the run. Has his own rebound in traffic. Will take the jumper and hit it.
DeBevic gets the ball on the baseline there. Looked for somebody to pass outside to. Nobody was there. Had the wide open shot there from about 6 feet.
Cavaliers applying some backcourt pressure. John Paget, freshman guard. Jumper in the lane, the lefty hit it. Good looking jump shot for John Paget, ties the ball game at 2.
Worked himself to about 12 feet and hit the left-handed jumper. Great shot.
Appline the lob down low. They're going to whistle Kevin Shea for the push on Corey Appline. There is Greg Geik. He's going to make an early appearance, and DeBevic will sit down with the basket. Jason Frederick, the Cavaliers' talented guard, picks it back up from McDonald. Guy gets fed on the post, he'll get it back to McDonald. The jumper from 3 is good.
Nice to see Zedric McDonald get off to a quick start with that three-point bomb. He hit 3 of them in their last ball game.
And with his 4 in the last ball game. When his feet are planted, there's a nice move down low. Derek Johnson gets the great pass and gets the basket. Panthers working well offensively early. When McDonald has the feet planted, he's as fine a shooter as you'll find in the district. Paget tries to make the steal now in the back of Frederick. That is Jason Frederick. McDonald, feet planted, he's open, off the iron. Nagy has the rebound. In fact, make that Paget. Kevin Shea for 3, off the iron, into the hands of Frederick. 4 on 3. McDonald to the lane, lays it in. Nice feed from Frederick.
Nice no-look pass that time for Jason. Stopped right at the top of the key. Realized he didn't have the three-point bomb there and saw Zedric on the right. Beautiful dish off, and he finishes it with a layup.
Eggleston pressured by McDonald. 17:42 first half, 7-4 Walsh. Feed down low, nice feed. Derek Johnson goes to the basket. The give and go works again. 4 for Johnson. The Panthers are within 1 at 7-6.
Lots of motion on the part of the Ohio Dominican Ball Club, Jim. Something in the past they kind of lacked.
McDonald, open, corner, nails it. This is the portion of the season the Cavaliers need Zedric McDonald to start lighting it up a bit.
He's got to take a stand here and be counted each and every ball game, and so far he's off to a quick start with some beautiful jumpers.
10-6 Walsh. Paget. That's Sam Eggleston guarded by Devane. Cavaliers good man-to-man defense. Nagy thought about going to baseline, pulls it back out. Sam Eggleston, 17 on the shot clock. Eggleston in the lane, whistle blows, and we have a personal foul. Elliot Devane, that's his first, and the
A little bit
first.
of a hand check there, load the body. There's the reach in. Good call by the official.
Well, Dominican showing a lot of patience here in the early goings of this ball game.
Lots of folks cutting to the basket, working the ball in the perimeter, looking for somebody for the short jumper. And they've hit a couple of long ones as well. This is a solid ball club. Again, they will improve as the kids play more and more together.
You hate to sound redundant, but they've done a heck of a job improving this program. And there they keep possession, get the ball back after a turnover. Nagy, he's their gun. To give him some space, like right there, he goes to the basket, off the iron. Sean Jackson just in the ball game has the rebound. On the run, Frederick will back it up. Now he'll pull up for 3, off the iron. Johnson and Jackson battle for the rebound. The whistle will go to Sean Jackson of Walsh. His first personal foul and the team's second.
That, of course, is Jason Frederick's shot, Jim, but again, he kind of forced it a little bit. His back was arched. He was falling back a little bit. He wasn't perpendicular to the floor like he usually is when he cans that jumper.
10-6 Walsh. We're at the 16-12 mark. Eggleston, nice move to the basket, will not fall. The rebound, Devane. Boy, found a huge hole in the Cavalier defense going to the basket. Appline off the window. First 2 for Corey Appline.
Good break by Appline in the lane and a beautiful pass there by Fredericks. Appline gets it done from about 5.
Walsh on top, 12-6. Devane looking for the double team now with help from Jackson. On the baseline, Johnson, the jumper, will bounce around and fall. Derek Johnson with 6. And it's 12-8 Walsh. DeBevic. Devane penetrates but shoots it back out to Frederick. Panthers showing the Cavaliers some zone. Jackson, a good jump shooter. DeBevic on the high post. Finds Devane, loses the handle but gets the ball back. 17 in the shot clock. DeBevic, that's not his shot. And the rebound is from Paget as he leads the Panther break.
Great defense by Ohio Dominican.
There's the foul from behind as Debevic is on the arm of John Pageant.
Great aggressive defense on the part of Ohio Dominican. Let's watch that play again. Pulls up there, clearly gets him on the arm. They'll go to the line for 2 shots, but Ohio Dominican closing that inside, shuts it down. Nothing inside for the Cavaliers that time. They tried to hit the jump shot. Ohio Dominican gets it off the boards and gets it up quickly.
Pageant having problems from the free throw line, just shooting 17 of 30 for 57%. Your guards have to shoot better than that from the free throw line. That's good rotation, good flick of the wrist. Have to believe it's a lack of concentration. He's only a freshman, averaging 5'8" a ball game. Hits them both. Timeout, we're right at the 15-minute mark. Cavaliers 12, Dominican 10. This is the Mid-Ohio Conference Game of the Week on Sports Channel.
My daughter said, "Are you serious? Are you serious? Did you really win?" I said, "Yes, Thelma, we really won." Yeah.
Walsh College is an independent, coeducational liberal arts institution in North Canton, Ohio. With 1,450 students and 100 faculty, Walsh provides an environment for excellence in academics and athletics. Walsh College offers more than 40 graduate and undergraduate degree programs and is a member of the National Association of Intercollegiate Athletics, with men's and women's teams competing in the Mid-Ohio Conference. Celebrating 30 years of excellence in the Catholic tradition, Walsh College.
We're back at Walsh, exactly 15 minutes to play here in the opening half. And as you see, the Cavaliers are on top of Ohio Dominican by a 2-point bulge at 12-10. Token pressure now from the Panthers as the Cavaliers work the ball up the floor. Appline, nice feed to Geig. Good block from behind by Kevin Shea. Jackson chases it down. Good defense from Dominican down low.
Excellent, especially off that beautiful pass by Appline, getting Geig on a baseline roam to the bucket.
Well, they work the alley-oop, and Geig gets fouled down low by Kevin Shea. Outstanding feed from Jason Frederick.
He had to throw that pass from about 35, 40 feet. Of course, Geig gets up high on it. There's the lob in there. Beautiful timing. He's got it just a little bit too far with the dunk as he caught the other side of the rim, but he'll go to the line for 2. That's a play the Cavaliers have worked several times successfully with a variety of players.
Geig at the free throw line. He has improved the free throw shooting tremendously. 73% last year, hovered in the 60s, averaging 10-6 a ball game.
Greg is the type of guy, Jim, that you build solid programs with, and that's what Ed DeGenova is looking at of his troops, to get those young kids to develop like Greg Geig has done for the Cavaliers.
Pressure in the backcourt, trying to beat the 10-second violation. They barely beat it. Nagy in the lane, pulls up with a jumper. That's his first 2.
Nice shake and bake move there by Nagy. Passed up the jumper, put a nice move on, got to his spot and buried it.
He hit everything in sight against Walsh in Columbus last year when he tossed in 34, including the game winner at the buzzer in a Ohio Dominican upset victory. Frederick open for 3. Off the iron, they box out well, and Mike Worf has the rebound. Worf just into the ball game, number 45 for Dominican. And they can tie this time down the floor with 2 and take the lead with a 3-point basket. Eggleston backs it off. Andy Jados. That's Eggleston. Nice feed down low. Worf cannot get the basket to fall. Devane has the rebound. Frederick to the basket, throws it up, no whistle. No foul, Dominican going the other way. Nagy drops it off Andy Jados. He's short with a jumper, then he's over the back of Corey Appline.
Well, that was a great pass by Nagy. Looked like he was going to go with a scoop shot inside. Let's watch that again. Really pretty. Dish off there, just a little bit short with a jumper. And Appline doing a good job of blocking out underneath, over the back. Gives it back to the Cavaliers.
Boy, not a lot of contact on the over-the-back call. Just got him with the arm. Walsh by 2. We're at the 13:08 mark. Devane will pull up with a 16-footer, and he cans it. 16-14 Walsh, 12:59. Pressure in the backcourt. Cavaliers bothering Pageant. Jados thinks better and shoots it back out. Doug Ress, a lot of pressure from Devane. Jackson about steals the cross court. Nagy, left of the lane, is fouled by Appline. Worked his way well to draw the foul.
He's done that a couple of times tonight. Works himself free. He's got the hesitation move, gets his man up into the air. There's a great fake there. Appline commits himself going high. And
Is that
of
a
course
shooting
he
foul?
draws the foul. Looked like it to me. You know, that was a famous move of Baltimore bullet guard Phil Chenier. Not too many did it better than him. Him and Walt Frazier were excellent guards at doing that, faking the man, getting him up into the air, and then leaning into him to draw the foul.
Nagy is superb from the free throw line, 86%. 2 for 2 tonight. Has 4 points and brings his ball club back within 2 at 16-14. This team will be a spoiler on someone down the stretch of the MOC race. Of course, the winner of the conference, an automatic bid to the NAIA District 22 playoffs. We'll check the MOC standings later on in tonight's game. McDonald, fresh with a bandage, back in the ball game over his left eye. And Frederick cans the 3.
Beautiful form by Frederick on the three-point bomb, and he puts the Cavaliers up by 5. Great shot.
Feed down low for Jados, knocked away, but right to Pageant. His feed down low to Johnson for the reverse.
We touched on it, Jim, in the pregame. Ohio Dominican likes to move the ball around. Everybody gets involved with the offense. They've done that so far in the early going.
Johnson with 8. Geig. That's Devane. 29 on the shot clock. Geig down low. Good defense as they close off down low, but the Cavaliers are looking. Back out to Frederick. Shot clock at 17.
Excellent defense.
McDonald right of the lane. Pageant the rebound. Cavaliers a 3-point lead. Derek Johnson. Whistle blows. The foul is on Greg Geig. That's his first foul and the 5th team foul.
Little shake and bake move that time as he puts a fake to the middle. Now goes to the baseline. There's a reaching foul there. Good call by the official. Great defense by Ohio Dominican and a great rebound getting it out. Playing very well here tonight at Walsh.
Can't stop him, you grab him. Nagy has a knockback. Eggleston, he'll back it up with a brand new clock. Doug Ress off the bench. Nagy gets McDonald in the air. Dish off Johnson. On the go, will not get it. Appline battles for the rebound, finally finds control. McDonald. That's Jason Frederick. Averaging 14-7 a ball game. Appline goes through the traffic and finds the basket.
Tough to stop when he gets the ball down low there. Good lob pass inside, and that seems to be where their strength is, Jim. They should continue to try to pour the ball inside, but Ohio Dominican doing an outstanding job really has shut off those passes to the middle.
Charge on Sam Eggleston as Frederick draws the charge in the backcourt, and the ball goes back to the Cavaliers.
Jim, this is a ball game I'm sure the Cavaliers would like to put Ohio Dominican away early, because this type of ball club hangs around. They can beat you coming down the stretch.
And the Cavaliers, DeMont Wood gets it back from Geig. Geig keeps it alive now. Dominican comes away. Cavaliers trying to keep them looking ahead to Mount Vernon, who they have here in a couple of days. In a big Mid-Ohio Conference showdown. So you have to keep things in perspective, take them one at a time. Eggleston working on Frederick.
Officials are calling that hand check, body check. There it is again there, just riding him a little bit with the forearm that time, and that draws the whistle.
First foul on Jason. Nice feed, Derek Johnson knocked away by Geig. First time they've shut down Derek Johnson. 21-16 Walsh. We're under the 10-minute mark. They got 9:50 to play here in the first half. Geig, the good feed down low, puts it on the floor, taken away by Jados, and he is fouled in the backcourt. Well, the double team and the triple team down low in the Cavalier big men.
That's exactly right. So what the big men have to do, Jim, is look for that outlet and try to get it out to somebody else. Pass it immediately when the ball comes inside there. See, he looked to put it down low, looked to dribble it, and they got 3 guys all over him. Excellent defense by Ohio Dominican. Now again, what Geig and Appline have to do if they can't maneuver for the shot, kick it back outside, or try to find somebody open immediately.
And they got to keep them putting that basketball on the hardwood. That's where the little guys become giants, because they'll slap it away.
Well, we talked about that. What was one way to kind of defend Corey Appline, because he does shoot better. He likes to move off the dribble. He shoots better off the dribble, and when you get those guards to drop down low and prevent him from dribbling, then that shuts him down.
Jados nails both free throws, brings the Panthers to within 3 at 21-18. We're at 9:35. DeMont Wood, nice feed down low to Geig. Outstanding feed from DeMont Wood.
Well, we've seen DeMont Wood with some great passes this season. He just continues to hit the open man.
Walsh by 5, 9:31 first half. We'll take a look at these schools. It's part of our halftime feature during tonight's Mid-Ohio Conference game. Great feed down low, Jados all low. Cannot get the layup, the putback will fall. Coach's nightmare, you beat the press, you miss a bunny, but the Panthers got it back.
He stayed with it, laid it in, and cut it to 3. Again, Cavaliers having trouble widening their lead. Now a big turnover.
Well, the pressure bothering the Wine and Gold. They turn it over at the 9:07 mark, as the Panthers are sticking around, playing some good fundamental basketball. Kevin Shea to the basket, on Geig. Geig lays off with the 2 fouls, and Shea knows that and drives it home.
Tremendous move, and a nice little left-handed shot, or right-handed shot there with off the beautiful move.
Another turnover, and the Panthers give it back to Walsh. Geig, good feed down low, goes up. There's the personal foul. Well, the Cavaliers are definitely short-handed tonight, Mick, with Brown out and Appline hurting.
Long pass down low. Geig makes the catch, puts on a move, clearly fouled there. Nearly pulled off a 3-point shot.
Derek Johnson, the personal foul, his first and the team's 5th. Greg Geig goes back to the foul line, where he is 2 of 2 tonight. 5 points for Greg Geig. I really expect to see Geig average in the teens before he's done at Walsh, the high teens. Have a whistle on the free throw. Looks like the Cavaliers in the lane early.
Well, he played well as a freshman, Jim, and his game has improved 100% as a sophomore, and we figure that he'll continue to get better and better as a junior and senior. And as you said, he should be up around the 15, 17-point mark by the time he puts the cap on his career.
Geig nails the free throw. He's 4 of 4 from the foul line tonight. .8:31 first half, Walsh by 3. Pressure. Panthers beat it. Sam Eggleston, only a sophomore, does a great job in directing this Panther attack. And as you said, Mick, the more they play together, the better this ball club's going to be. Kevin Shea. Eggleston open for a three. Off the iron. Frederick the rebound. DeBevick to the basket. Offensive foul on Tim DeBevick. Well, the Panthers in the right place at the right time.
One thing they've also done, Jim, which we haven't touched on, is they've shut off the Cavaliers' fast break. Cavaliers have been extremely successful running the break off of a missed shot. There's the charge there. But Ohio Dominican has shut it off by getting back fast on defense.
Elliott Devane returns. Tim DeBevick sits down with the 2 personal fouls. 25-23 Walsh. We have 7:55 to play in the first half. Pressure, double team. Nagy beats it to Johnson. They can tie with a 3-point basket. For Nagy, he's thinking about it. Doug Ress around the fake. Nagy caught for the walk. A little bit of indecision there. Cost them the basketball.
First time he's done that tonight. I think he was looking for that little shake and bake move where he fakes a popper and then uses the dribble, but just shuffled his feet a little bit. Official nailed him with a traveling call.
A couple of times they've had chances to tie the ball game. They've turned it over. Walsh by 3. Appline, the double team to the basket, lays it in. 6 for Appline, and he is a terror down low with the ball.
If they can get him the ball, but again, Ohio Dominican shutting off that middle. Tough to get that pass in there.
Appline, the feed. And DeMont Wood throws it out of bounds, trying to tip it. Now they're tangled up down low. Dominican keeps the ball. 7:09 first half, 27-22. There's a push by McDonald. There's one of those senseless fouls in the backcourt. You know they're going to catch you. Team's 9th.
He had done a good job, too, forcing him to the out of bounds, and up comes Jason Frederick for the double team and close him in right around the timeline there, but McDonald just with the shove a little bit, gets nailed with a call.
Sam Eggleston, first time at the foul line tonight, 89% free throw shooter, averaging 7-3 a ball game. Sophomore eyes it and nails it. His first point of the night. He pulls the Panthers to within 4 points. Cavaliers won the first meeting 91-69 back in early December at Columbus. Now what do we have? They're going to count the basket. We have an intentional foul on Corey Appline. That will turn this into 2 more shots at the foul line and then the ball back.
So they could tie this on this trip here, this session of plays.
Well, I did not see what it was down low. But Appline's caught for the intentional foul.
So 2 shots and then the ball goes back over to Ohio Dominican. Jim, checking their roster. Freshmen and sophomores make up 10 folks on this ball club here. So again, the youth is there, the development is there. They get a couple of guys with some pretty good size. They're going to be tough to beat.
Bodes well for the future. Shea cannot connect. The Cavaliers have had an Achilles heel. It's been the senseless fouls and too many personal fouls throughout the entire season.
Well, they're in trouble right now. Here you got 7 minutes to go in the first half, and already they're over the limit. So now every foul will send Ohio Dominican to the line.
And 2 senseless fouls here have given them a shot for a 5-point play. And a chance to tie the ball game with a bucket. 27-25, Walsh by 2.
The ones that are committing those senseless fouls are their key people, too. They've got to go to the bench and spend too much time on the bench rather than out on the floor.
Well, Geig and Appline each have 2. Nagy for the 3, in and out, and they strip McDonald. Derek Johnson, Nagy again. He'll nail that one, and Dominican is on top, 28-27, as they nail a rare 6-point possession. Wood, down low, Geig to the basket. Seesaw game, Walsh back out on top. as DeMont Wood with a good feed to Greg Geig. Double team. They find Pageant. 6:22 first half. Double team Nagy. Johnson will put it back on top. 23 in the shot clock. DeMont Wood with the steal. Devane, Frederick, open for three. Geig there for the rebound. Goes up and he's hammered on the way to the basket.
Beautiful cleanup by Geig off the miss. Hustled himself down the floor here. The long jumper by Fredericks is no good. Geig cleans it up. One dribble to the bucket, goes up straight and gets hacked again.
Andy Jados gets his second personal foul. Sixth team foul. Greg Geig, who is 4 for 4 at the line tonight, will go there once again and nail the free throw. Well, young man just keeps improving in every phase of his game. Defensively, the free throw line, catching the ball with authority, and going to the basket with that same authority.
Outstanding high school player at Doylestown out of the Wayne County League.
10 points tonight, 6 of 6 from the foul line, and Walsh is back to a 3-point lead. Nagy, they beat the press. Doug Ress finds Nagy. Well, you can't leave him open for three like that, and that's the reason. He'll kill you.
Boy, he's got a beautiful jumper. It's nothing but net, too. He's hit a couple of them tonight.
He's shooting better from the three-point line than he is from the field. Tie ball game at 31. Wood lobs it down low. Geig to the basket, overshoots it. Devane tips it up. Geig battles, has the rebound. The Cavaliers keep possession. Good work by Greg Geig. Devane penetrates, short jumper, a beauty.
Nice penetration by Elliott. That's what they need to do, and Elliott Devane shooting nearly 60% from the floor, Jim, for the Cavaliers. Got his stop and popper, but that's what they need is a penetrating guard.
DeMont Wood with a quick hands, knocks it away. 4:57, first half. Timeout. Cavaliers on top by 2. We'll be right back.
Joe, I'm glad you had a great off-season, but now it's time to get back to work. Showtime. You do everything in those shoes? Everything. The odds say you should three-peat this year. No doubt about it. Go for it, Joe. This is a chance of a lifetime. Keep going.
Who's stopping? Now I bet you're gonna show me a new way to pass that thing.
Joe, there's no way they can stop this.
Thanks.
Unstoppable. Sports Channel presents RCA's Sports Blunder Video Contest. Have your funniest home sports videos shown on TV and win valuable prizes. Each month, we'll give away a 20-inch RCA color TV, 2 tickets to a pro or college sporting event, and a Sports Channel t-shirt. Each month's first prize winner will compete for an RCA home theater. Send your funny homemade sports videos to RCA's Sports Blunder Video Contest, P.O. Box 555, Emerson, New Jersey, 07630. Entry should be no longer than 5 minutes and on VHS tape only. Contest ends June 28, 1991.
4:57 to play in the first half. Walsh on top in the Mid-Ohio Conference Game of the Week at 33-31. As we take a look at the P center here at Walsh. Walsh trying to stay in the thick of that Mid-Ohio Conference race. We'll check those standings as we come back for the second half tonight. And it's a tight MOC race. Dominican and fans want to foul, as do their coaches. Nagy's open for 3. Geig battles for the rebound with Shea, and Greg Geig knocks it out of bounds.
Good defense that time of the Cavaliers. Nagy rushed that shot because of the hand in his face, and one of the rare misses for the young man tonight.
Nagy with 10. They've gotten 8 from Johnson, though he's been silent the last 5 minutes. Shea to the basket. Works Geig in the air. Great move by Kevin Shea, Mick.
Just super. Got Geig up in the air, curled around him, extended himself for the easy lay-in.
And he is only a sophomore. Devane penetrates, drops it off for Geig, goes to the basket, is hammered, it'll count.
See, that's what they need, Jim, the penetration from the point guards into the middle of the lane there, and the dish off or going to the bucket. This time Devane gets shut off. He lays a beautiful pass off inside. And of course, Greg Geig goes up strong, completes the three-point player, has an opportunity here after the foul shot. That's what they need, that penetrating guard to pick up their set offense.
Greg Geig, 7 of 7 from the charity stripe, 13 points. And Walsh is up 36-33. Backcourt pressure, the Panthers come away. Kevin Shea, that's Nagy. Devane picks his pocket. He'll go to the basket. Eggleston in the way, lays it up, and it'll fall. Elliott Devane with 6.
Full court drive by Elliott Devane brings the crowd to his feet.
And there he is, pressuring Eggleston in the backcourt. Jados. Cavaliers showing a lot of full court defensive work tonight.
Has not really been that effective against Ohio Dominican. They've handled the press exceptionally well here tonight.
Nagy for 3 off the iron, and when you're shorthanded, it could have an effect on your club later on in a tight ball game. We'll see if they subside with some of the pressure. Devane feeds in the guy, back to Devane, 18-footer. McDonald takes the rebound away. The putback is short, but there is Geig again. Oh, Greg Geig. He's having some night. 15 here in the first half.
3 shots that time for the Cavaliers. That's what I mentioned before. They just are really a big postman away from really being a tough ball club, this Ohio Dominican team.
Walsh on a 7-point run. They lead by 7. When Nagy is open on the wing, Shea instead, he'll nail the 3.
What a clutch basket that time as the Cavaliers widen their lead a little bit.
Guy gets pushed on his way down the baseline, and he'll shoot 1 and 1. 2:24 to go here in the first half.
Ohio Dominican, although Jim getting roused a little bit in the recent going here on the backboards, they're a scrappy bunch, and they get inside, pick up their loose balls, and do get some rebounds.
Geig, the only Cavalier to shoot free throws in tonight's game. He is 7 of 7 with a chance for 2 more this opportunity. That sweet sound of the bottom of the net. Geig with 1 more. Big first half, 17 points, 9 of 9 for the foul line. Appline will give Geig a breather for the final 2:24. Appline in with 2 fouls. Geig out with 2 fouls.
Cavaliers are pretty solid in their front court for the next couple of years with Geig and Appline, pair of sophomores.
There's 2 guys that can carry to Kansas City. Those 2 are 2 pretty good bets. Johnson drops it back out to Nagy. Had some thoughts. 24 on the shot clock. Kevin Shea for 3 again, off the iron. There's Nagy on the baseline down low. Fights it up. Slapped out by Appline. Devane takes a 9-row jaunt into the stands.
Good help defensively that time by Appline as he swats the ball out front. The ball eventually goes out of bounds, but had he not been there, I'm sure Nagy would have been able to bury the shot.
New clock for Ohio Dominican. We're under the 150 mark, 143 to play in the first half. Dominican down by 6. Doug Ress penetrates and is called for the travel. They penetrated well, then they've shot it back out well. They've had a good first half.
What's funny is that I've seen that ball players get away with a very similar move where they won't call the travel.
All the coaches want is consistency. Sean Jackson long with the jumper. Doug Russ will chase it down and come the other way. 1:18 first half. Dominican's conference win came against Urbana as they shocked the Blue Knights. 27 in the shot clock. 1 minute on the game clock. Shea throws it away as he looked for Rest to cut back, and he went to the basket.
Opportunity now for the Cavaliers to gain their biggest lead with a bucket here on this trip, as Ohio Dominican playing tough right down in the first half gun.
9-second difference. Alley-oop. McDonald will not get the putback. And do they have Appline down low? That could be his third, or it's McDonald. That's 3 on Appline. I'm surprised they did not work more of that clock.
I am too, Jim, and a good call by the official. Appline crashing in there, and Ohio Dominican doing an excellent job of boxing out, and I'm sure Ed DeNova is brought in here. Let's watch it again. Great job in there. Look at that. 3-4 players right around inside there for Ohio Dominican, and Appline picks up the over and back. Again, fundamentally, and that's what Ed DeGenova has brought to this ball club, working on fundamentals, passing, shooting, and boxing out for the rebounds.
Kevin Shea at the foul line. Nails the free throw. He's 2 for 3 tonight. 9 points for the 6'4" sophomore. He's averaging 10 a ball game. He can get the Panthers to within 4 with 44 seconds left in the first half. Off the iron, Nagy chases it down as they carry him off McDonald's hand. They can pull within 2 with a 3 here. 42-37, and they can use all 37 seconds. Doug Ress.
Good strategy on the part of Ohio Dominican, Jim, and they have got to be happy, even if they don't hit a hoop here, to go into the locker room on the road at Walsh, trailing only by 5.
A place they have had hard times in the last 10 years. Ress shoots it back to Eggleston, 3 seconds. Nagy forces it, but he hit it for 3. And that'll be the first half, and the Panthers are square in the ball game. The scoreboard reads 42-39. I believe it should be 42-40 if that's a 3. Let's check it before we break away.
Ohio Dominican is a Catholic, co-educational liberal arts college with a career-oriented educational program that can make a big difference in your life, a difference that will last throughout your life. Ohio Dominican enrolls over 1,300 students and is located on a wooded 50-acre campus less than 10 minutes from the heart of downtown Columbus. You will find Ohio Dominican a community of caring and concerned people. A low student-faculty ratio is why students feel they get personal attention. Currently, there's 1 faculty member for every 15 students. Ohio Dominican professors are known for making learning an adventure. They want students to discover aspects of the world that help them learn more about themselves and their talents. The college's graduates have for many years maintained an outstanding track record for achievement in both the workplace and in graduate studies. Athletics are enjoying a renaissance at Ohio Dominican. New coaches are at the helm of both men's and women's basketball teams, and a modern athletic facility was dedicated last spring. Ohio Dominican's baseball and softball teams are perennial conference leaders. The students and staff plan a full calendar of campus activities each year. Affordability is a natural concern for many students. Ohio Dominican's financial aid counselors are experienced in dealing with it in a positive way. About 80% of Ohio Dominican students receive some form of financial assistance. The best advice is, don't pass up the opportunity to attend Ohio Dominican. You really can afford it. An important goal of an Ohio Dominican education is to enable students by providing them with the knowledge and skills that will serve them in both their personal and professional lives. For more information about Ohio Dominican, call today. The toll-free number is 1-800-955-OHIO.
We're back at Walsh, 42-40. Cavaliers lead here at the half. Not a pretty first half for the Cavaliers, but boy, take nothing away from the Ohio Dominican Panthers. They played some outstanding basketball. They trail by 2. We'll take a look at the Mid-Ohio Conference standings. Tiffin leading the MOC right now at 4-1. Then we have a big log jam, really the next 4 spots. All of those teams still in the Mid-Ohio Conference race, Mick. You have Rio Grande and Mount Vernon both at 4-2. Cedarville at 3-2. Cavaliers are still there at 3-3, but they have to win at home. Dominican and Urbana will be very good teams on their home court as we go in the final 3 weeks of play. And really, 5 of the 7 teams still with a shot at the Mid-Ohio Conference title.
Absolutely, Jim. Again, as we touched on it before, not only do they have to win at home in the conference, but also they're going to have to sneak a couple of ball games away and get some wins on the road as well against some of the tougher teams. They've got a tough chore ahead of them to get it done if they expect to challenge here for this MOC title.
You know, Walsh did not play well at Rio Grande, and they only lost by 4, which is no consolation, but they just did not play good basketball in their last road game, a game they could have won. They'll come out with the ball here as we start the final 20. 42-40 Cavaliers. DeMont Wood starting the second half. Baseline, drops it to Geig. Geig, a big first half with 17 points in the opening 20 minutes. Devane, that's DeMont Wood. To the basket. High off the glass, will not go. Battles for the rebound. Derek Johnson dishes it out to Sam Eggleston. Eggleston, Shea for 3. I tell you, this team feels like it can win.
They're fired up. They come out here smoking here in the early going of the second half with a beautiful long bomber from 3.
Dominican on top with the first bucket of the second half. Shea now with 12. Devane penetrates, drops it back to Wood. Devane from 17. That's just not his shot, Mick. Appeline is back and he scores.
Appeline pounds the offensive glass that time, gets the rebound, goes right back up with it, gets the shot to put the Cavs back up. They're going to need more of that in the second half here.
Appeline and Geig may have to carry the load. Frederick only with 3 tonight for the Cavaliers. Shea, he's had a great night. Nagy, 13 first half points. To the basket on Geig, and that's going to be the 3rd personal foul on Greg Geig.
Now Corey Appeline and Greg Geig both have 3 fouls. They're 2 pillars of strength inside. And a good job by Nagy to draw that foul as he went to the bucket on that nice drive. There it is there again. There's Geig warding him off with the forearm there. Gets the call.
Now they're going to call a foul down low. That may be Appeline. If that's Appeline, that's his 4th. That's 4 fouls on Appeline. First of all, you got to keep Geig away from Nagy. Does not need to be guarding that guy right now, the way he goes to the basket.
That's exactly right. That's not the matchup you want. Greg needs to help out a little bit on defense, but that matchup is not what you want here.
Air ball from Eggleston. Cavaliers will run. Frederick will pull up for 3. Will not fall. Geig the strong rebound. And he's hammered on the way up. The Cavaliers are crying right now for some production out of their backcourt. They have to have some.
Let's watch Geig go strong to the basket here. The foul, of course, coming before the shot attempt, so the Cavaliers will inbound underneath their own bucket.
Nagy got him from behind. That's his 2nd foul, first team foul of the second half. Devane finds Frederick. Mr. Frederick needs to get involved in the scoring. One of the best jump shooters in this district and conference. Sean Jackson replaced Appeline. And we have DeMont Wood with some action down low. And he's whistled for the personal foul away from the ball.
You know, we touched on a little bit, Jim, the foul problems Walsh has had. Here we are, not even 2 minutes into the second half, and they got 3 team fouls already.
And that's going to determine who wins this ball game. If Geig and Appeline have to sit down, Walsh is in big, big trouble. Shea, Nagy working on Geig. If I was him, I'd go to the basket. DeMont Wood battles for the steal. Great pass by Devane. DeMont will lay it in. He's fouled. DeMont Wood, boy, nothing fancy, just trying to get to the basket.
He knew what he was doing on that one as he drew the foul. He shielded the ball with his body and knew that the defender had no chance really to stop him. And he actually drew the foul in a nice little finger roll up over the front of the rim. See there, as he shields it, he gets hacked, goes right up there with the easy lay-in, and now a chance for a three-point play, something the Cavs dearly need at this point in the ball game.
Wood shooting 62.5 from the foul line. 2 points on the night. Has a three-point play, and Walsh is back on top, 47-43. Boy, this Dominican team sticking right around in this ball game. Derek Johnson, he's been silent since those 8 points very early in the game. Johnson on the baseline. 29 on the shot clock, a lot of time for Ohio Dominican. Pageant. Doug Rest thought about a three. Almost threw it away in the lane. Nagy make that Pageant. Not much Guy could do with the 3 fouls. Took it right to the basket and scored.
Those fouls are in the back of his mind. He had to pull off a little defensively. Gave him just enough room there to hit the shot.
Sean Jackson cannot nail the 3. They're on the run. Pageant pulls up. The lefty throws the jumper. Will not go. Has the rebound. Goes back. And is fouled by Sean Jackson. Well, Sean didn't buy the first fake, but fouled him the second time up.
Let's watch it again. Watch him use his body there as he goes right up, leans in. Good draw of the foul again.
Not bad defense from Sean Jackson. Pageant 2 for 2 from the line in tonight's game with 6 points, shooting 57% from the foul line. They've shot it well from the free throw line tonight.
This is a completely different Ohio Dominican ball club than the one we're used to seeing over the last couple of years.
Without a question. Pageant nails them both. Panthers are 12 of 14 from the free throw line tonight. Cavaliers are 10 for 10. This game is all tied at 47. We're at 16:45 to play. Jackson. Frederick open. Doesn't take the 3. DeMont Wood to the basket. Off the glass, will not go. Guy battles, but Johnson has the rebound. Guy a little tentative on the offensive boards. Jason Gilson will check in for the Cavaliers the next opportunity. Nice dish. Johnson's there, stuck by the defense and laid it in.
Somebody's going to have to pick up the slack in the front court, Jim, with Geig playing a little bit tentative because of the foul problems. Somebody's got to help him out.
Geig down low, puts it on the floor, shoots it back to Jackson. And they find Frederick. Jason, a long 3, nailed it.
He's going to have to get hot here, and this would be an ideal time.
I would say so. Dominican with some outstanding defense. That's how you crack the zone. 6 for Frederick. Walsh back on top by 1. Ohio Dominican been very patient offensively, played the good defense, taking good shots, penetrate well. Ress. Wood goes for the steal, comes up empty. Ress, not a Johnson on the baseline. 12 in the shot clock. Frederick took it out of his hands. He'll go to the basket, lays it up. Geig the tip. Panthers come away. Wood knocks it away. Johnson steps over his own man. They retain possession.
Great defensive play and then can't get the basket.
Frederick should have went straight in. He was worried about trying to draw that foul instead of going to the basket. Jados almost threw it away. Doug Ress, we have 14:45, 16 in the shot clock. Nagy cross court. Eggleston for 3 off the iron. Jackson the rebound. Nice feed to Wood. He lays it in. Great feed from Frederick.
Frederick's great job that time. Wood running the floor on the right wing, and Frederick angles toward him, sucks the defense to double team him to shut him off from driving to the bucket, and he dishes off to Wood to finish it with an easy lay-in.
14-14 left in the ball game. Rest for three, off the iron. Geig the rebound, knocked it away, but Jackson picks up the loose ball. Devane, Cavaliers starting to run. Frederick, he'll back it off. Now the three. He feels it. Two in a row for Frederick, and Walsh has a 6-point lead, 55-49.
Well, he should keep throwing those until he misses them. He could really extend this Cavalier lead, and they really need it with the foul problems they have at this point in the ball game.
Jados back to rest. Well, certain nights you got to step to the forefront when guys are struggling. This is one of those nights. Rest for three. Geig the rebound. And they took it away, but a foul. Derek Johnson, second foul, the team's third. Timeout, 13:23 to play. Walsh by 6. We'll be right back.
Our projection screen looks so real, you'll feel like part of the show when you watch the new RCA home theater. It also has surround sound that's so real,
Stand back, everyone.
you'll forget you're sitting at home.
Let me handle this.
The RCA home theater also has Picks and Picks. It lets you watch two things at once, in color. Another way, RCA is changing entertainment again.
Do you need a car? Listen, each year government agencies auction, sell, and liquidate thousands of cars and trucks, and the bidding starts as low as $30. Government vehicles, luxury cars taken from drug dealers, criminals, and thousands more seized, repossessed, sold through bankruptcy proceedings. Now find out how you can grab the car you want at government liquidation and bankruptcy prices. Bid as low as $30 for Porsches, Mercedes, Ferraris, Corvettes, family cars, and trucks. Find out how to get the car you want now. Call 1-900-HOT-AUTO. That's 1-900-468-2886. Just $2 a minute.
Watch this young man jump.
Wow.
Derek Johnson gets up in the air. 6-point lead for the Cavaliers. Jim Clark and Mick Morano with you from North Canton, Ohio. Our Mid-Ohio Conference game of the week. 13:23 to play. Walsh with a 55-49 lead, and they have the ball. Jason Gilson, Tim DeBevick in the lineup for the Cavaliers. Jeff Overmeyer, number 20, has checked in for ODC. DeBevick, Gilson, back to DeBevick. The jumper right of the lane, he hit it. Comes off the bench, nails the jumper. Walsh leads by 8, their biggest lead here in the second half.
Last two trips, Ohio Dominican not very good with their shot selection, Jim. Launching some forced three-pointers. They're gonna have to get back into sync and look for a good shot here this time, this trip down.
Eggleston, Cavaliers looking to zone, whistle blows. We have a hold on Tim DeBevick. The personal fouls are just an Achilles heel for this ball club. That's his third and the 5th team foul. Well, you think sooner or later some guys would learn they can't reach and grab and pull. And until they do when they get on the road, they're not going to win very many ball games. That's just a fact anywhere on the road. Luckily tonight the Cavaliers are at home and they have an 8-point lead. Overmeyer just in the ball game, cannot get the jumper. And there's a personal foul on Kevin Shea as he whacks at the ball and whacks DeBevick in the process.
Tim DeBevick with an outstanding job of blocking his man out. And of course he drew the foul. Good fundamental play that time by Tim.
Now 3 personal fouls on Kevin Shea, I should say, and 4 on the team. So Shea now has some foul trouble on the other side of the team for the Dominican tonight. Thinking alley-oop. DeMont Wood. Frederick is bumped by Doug Rest. Team fouls are now even at 5. They've called the game tight tonight and kept things under control from the get-go tonight, right off the bat.
They have called the fouls with very little contact here tonight, kept this ball game in order. And they've been consistent, and I think that's all you can ask for here. They're calling it the same at both ends of the floor.
Exactly. 11:55 to play. Walsh with an 8-point lead at 57-49. Frederick open for the three, off the iron. Gilson battles, it's loose down low, all kinds of bodies on the floor. 8 guys out of 10 are in that jump, and the alternate possession will give the ball back to Ohio Dominican.
That's what I like about Gilson, Jim. He scraps around in there, goes for the loose balls, keeps the offensive glass alive there by tipping the ball around, creating a situation where the Cavs can recover.
He would knock down Mom going to the basket if the ball was there. Very aggressive freshman from Clear Fork. Done a good job for Ron Frederis. Dominican trying to chop into the Walsh lead. Derek Johnson has Geig where he wants him. Great move by Geig, but he still got the basket up and in, and Johnson has 12.
Johnson, great individual effort, guarded by a much taller opponent, and Greg Geig at 6'6" gets it done.
Why'd go at him until he fouled out? 6-point lead, Dominican staying in the ball game. They lost the last meeting by 23, and there's the 4th foul on Greg Geig. And the Cavaliers are in serious foul trouble with 11:01 to play. 4 on Geig and 4 on Appline.
Kevin Shea withdrawing that foul, got right down to the baseline, Jim, to shut Geig off from driving the baseline and drew the charge.
Appline will come back in the next opportunity. Pageant. Eggleston thought about a 3. Pageant again, we have 24 in the shot clock, spins, back to Overmeyer. Eggleston shoots it back out for 3. Pageant will not get it, and DeBevic finds the rebound of the corner. DeBevic, Geig, Wood right of the lane, the jumper off the iron, Pageant the rebound. Not the shot the Cavaliers wanted. Johnson working on Geig. Overmeyer for 3. They've cut the lead in half.
Well, if they could start hitting a couple of those, Ohio Dominican could take over the lead here.
Wood down low. And the foul is on Jason Gilson, clearing out with the elbow. That's the 7th team foul. Geig will sit down. Appline and Jackson return. And we'll hike it 1-1 to the other end.
Ohio Dominican lacks size and strength, but what they do have, they are a very physical bunch and do a heck of a job underneath the basket.
Well, the way this ball game looks, Mick, they're going to hang around to the finish. They could come away with a road victory tonight. They have played some outstanding ball. Free throw is missed by Kevin Shea, but Johnson has the rebound.
Those are the types of things that really kill a ball club, too, when you have the inside position on the rebounding lane off of a missed foul shot and can't come up with the ball.
Great movement. Down low. Kevin Shea working on Appline with his 4 fouls. They're going to go to the basket aggressively.
3 crisp passes perimeter-wise, then they get the ball down low for the easy jump hook.
Gilson is pushed from behind down low. He was looking for the pass from Frederick. Nagy gets his 3rd foul. 16th foul. So the Cavaliers are just 1 away from shooting 1-1. 9:19 to play. We've got a good one. Ohio Dominican and Walsh. Frederick with the 3 off the iron. Panthers come away, they can take the lead with a bucket. Eggleston for 3. Well, they've had a lot of success going down low. You wonder why they didn't look for another good shot somewhere in the paint.
Kind of a rush 3-2 off of a break on the run. Tough shot to put down.
DeBevic finds Appline. He is fouled going to the basket. Each team in the bonus with 8:55 to play.
There's a nice pass. Corey spins and clearly gets ripped across the arm. And now he'll walk to the line for a couple of free throw tosses here for the Cavaliers.
And Kevin Shea will have to sit down with 4 fouls. He leads with 14 points.
Walsh's head coach Ron Frederis, Jim, having trouble now pushing the buttons with as many players in foul trouble and fellas on the bench hurt and whatnot. He's running out of choices.
Appline, 7 points. He's averaging 19-2 a game. Shooting 71% from the free throw line. Completes the pair. 59-56 Walsh. Dominicans had one lead since the 5-minute marker, since the game started to the first 5 minutes. They took a 43-40. They took a late lead late in the first half by a point. Pageant. Dump it back out to Ress. He turns. They work down low, double team by the Cavaliers. Ress. Pageant for 3. He nails it. First 3 for John Pageant. 11 for the ball game, and we're tied at 59. Well, this ball team believes. Gilson couldn't find the handle, and the Cavaliers turn it over. Well, the frustrations of any college coach when he watches his team struggle.
And a play like that can really take the wind out of your sails.
For 3. Doug Ress, and Dominican leads by 3 at 62-59. Frederick, he'll throw a 3. Off the iron, finds the rebound, put back, will not fall. And we have a foul down low on the Panthers. 4th foul on Andy Jados.
Cavaliers lucky that time, Jim. That was really a shot that I think only Pete Maravich could have hit from out there. Fortunately, the Cavaliers crashing the boards. That's off the miss. Frederick got his own rebound, then fired up again, and Appline crashes and gets the call on the over the back underneath.
Only guy that fouled Appline was Gilson. Cavaliers really got a break there.
You're right.
He missed the free throw. I guess the Panthers feel justice is prevailing. Great move down low. Ress cannot get at the ball. Gilson has the rebound. Devane. That's Frederick. Appline turns the jumper, a beauty.
That's what you got to do when he breaks up the lane there, right in the center of the lane, about 12 feet from the basket. You got to snap him the ball and let him go to work.
Ohio Dominican by 1. 7 minutes left in the ball game. Pageant throws it away. Ball goes into backcourt. Over and back violation. They turn it over. And they have not turned that ball over many times here in the final 20.
Very patient ball club. Good solid passes here tonight from this team. And the Walsh Cavaliers has put some pressure on them earlier in the ball game, and they did not turn the ball over.
Well, if Walsh wants to stay in the Mid-Ohio Conference race, they have to win at home. Devane. That's Frederick. Devane penetrates. Jumper right of the lane, will not fall. Kevin Shea, in his 4 fouls, has the rebound. Couple of guys in foul trouble, 2 on the Walsh side. 2 on the Ohio Dominican side. Cavaliers had their big guns in trouble. Nagy, well, he's been quiet, has not scored this half. Half line knocks it away. Andy Jados, he has 4 fouls.
They really have not tried to get him the ball that much here in the second half. A couple of their other people have been getting it done.
Rest throws it away, right to Frederick. On the run. Lost the ball, loose on the floor. Frederick. All kinds of contact. Cavaliers really get a break. No travel is called, and they jump on Frederick for the foul. And that's the 19th foul. Andy Jados will foul out with that personal foul.
He had a nice ball game.
4 points off the bench. Only giving him 1.8 a game. Not much time. Scores 4 big points in the first half. Nails a couple of free throws. And a good job defensively.
Excellent defensively and got some rebounds as well.
That was Ed DeGenova, the head coach, coming from Muskingum College. He has done a whale of a job with this program. He was an assistant to Jim Burson with the Muskies for 6 seasons. Graduated at Muskingum, played for the Muskies, helped them gain a NCAA Division III regional berth back in '81. Graduate of Indian Valley North High School. He has done one heck of a job turning this program in the right direction. Jason Frederick, usually money in the bank at the foul line, nails the free throw, 83% foul shooter. Has 10 points tonight, all 3-point baskets. He will try to give the Cavaliers a 1-point lead at the 5:55 mark. Nails them both. Walsh by 1, 63-62. Rest. Geig back in the ball game for Walsh. Eggleston down low. They may call the offensive foul. No, they'll call the travel. That's a good call.
That is. And Geig with good defense, even though he had 4 fouls, still put enough pressure to force the travel.
Hate to see him call an offensive foul there and take him out of the ball game when the move was not warranting that call. Walsh by 1. Devane. Cross court to Bevick. Appline. Devane right of the lane, will not get the jumper. Appline fights for the rebound, but it comes to the hands of Derek Johnson.
Great defense by Ohio Dominican in the paint area once again. Super job.
They can take the lead with a bucket. Eggleston. There's Nagy, has not scored this half. Goes to the basket and scores. Boy, you notice Geig tagged the back off. To Bevick. Called for the walk. Timeout. 4:41 to play. Dominican by 1. Boys, stick around.
Educational liberal arts institution in North Canton, Ohio. With 1,450 students and 100 faculty, Walsh provides an environment for excellence in academics and athletics. Walsh College offers more than 40 graduate and undergraduate degree programs and is a member of the National Association of Intercollegiate Athletics, with men's and women's teams competing in the Mid-Ohio Conference. Celebrating 30 years of excellence in the Catholic tradition, Walsh College.
So I went downtown to the region office. The young lady looked up at me, and I looked back, and she said, "Mr. Jackson, how can you stand there and be so calm?" I kind of smiled, and she said, $375,000 for 20 years. You gotta think, gee, I make no money in the president. That was, but I soon got over it.
back at Walsh, looking at the Mid-Ohio Conference Player of the Week. Jamie Perosic for the men from Mount Vernon scored 74 points, gathering 20 rebounds and 10 assists for Mount Vernon. Women's Player of the Week, Susan Miller of Tiffin from Convoy, Ohio. Congratulations to our Mid-Ohio Conference Players of the Week. Boy, Susan Miller, big week for the Dragons, 42 points and 24 rebounds. Tiffin women, along with Mount Vernon and Walsh, Rio Grande, all battling for the women's MOC title. Heck of a race going on the women's side of the conference. 64-63 Dominican. Boy, they have the makings of a huge upset. And right now we got 4:32 to play. Well, I don't believe they've won on this court. But my memory is, I'm just not sure if they won a game here 3 to 4 years back or not. Walsh has won 19 of the last 21 games played between these two teams.
Well, they got an excellent opportunity tonight, but the big turnover there.
Well, DeBevic trying to gain possession. That's going to give a new clock to the Panthers. So if he lets that ball go out of bounds, it would have been Cavaliers' ball in the over and back, because he did not touch it when he knocked it away. We're down to 4:17.
Fresh clock now too, Jim, for Ohio Dominican.
There's Nagy, guide the rebound. Long feed to Vane, a beauty, and he lays it in. There's a big line feed from Jason Frederick.
Great pass from Frederick, three-quarter court, hit Devane right on the button as he lays it in.
65-64 Walsh. Shea for three. Boy, look good from here. 17 for Kevin Shea, Dominican by 2.
Clutch shot that time for Ohio Dominican to regain the lead.
Cavaliers pull it back out, half line. Devane, 13-footer, going to be short. But the Cavaliers not looking to guide grab line at all offensively.
Well, Ohio Dominican really has shut that middle off, and Corey having trouble getting loose.
Dominican by 2, 3:10 to play. Well, here's where Nagy could just take control if he starts finding that basketball. There he is. They're working clock down to 20. Eggleston nails the 3. Oh my, what a big shot. And Dominican has their biggest lead of the game at 5 with 2:48 to play. Ohio Dominican 70, the Cavaliers 65.
For some people, doing their tax forms by themselves.
North Coast Cable is proud to present this Martin Luther King moment in history. July 2nd, 1964, Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr. witnessed the signing of the 1964 Civil Rights Act by President Lyndon B. Johnson. It was the most extensive civil rights legislation since the Reconstruction of the South. The 1964 Civil Rights Act guaranteed blacks the right to vote and access to public accommodations. Both of these achievements were long-standing goals of Dr. King. This moment in history was presented by North Coast Cable.
Your home is probably your most important investment. Basement walls that are cracked, bowed, or bulging can destroy your
No, everybody's like jazzed. We had a great time. The band. One of the nicest things was we did the gig the other night, and we all got in the dressing room, and it was almost like a football team without a coach. And
Call 439-0617 for a free estimate. You'll be surprised how little it costs. The grip-tight wall anchor system works. Count on it.
Possession now becomes a huge one for the Walsh College Cavaliers.
Very critical.
They're trying to avoid the upset in the home court. Guy looking for Appline, finds him, and they foul him from behind. Now that's 10 personal fouls, and it may be all for Kevin Shea. What a game he's played. And that is number 5 on Shea. Boy, superb ball game for Kevin Shea.
He really had the numbers, but more importantly, Jim, he sealed that middle up and really shut down the Walsh's big men. Did a great job defensively as well as offensively.
17 points for the young man, a 6'4" sophomore. He has been superb. Played his high school ball at St. Henry, Kentucky, Erlanger, Kentucky. Played high school ball with John Pageant, both from St. Henry in Kentucky. Big free throws for Corey Appline. Appline 2 for 3 tonight. Nails the free throw. 70-66. What Cavaliers need to pull the rabbit out of the hat.
They need to be real patient on defense. Don't need to cause a foul. Get back. Just play aggressively. Check their men. Got plenty of time here at 2:37.
Nails the free throws.
I'm sure Ohio Dominican's going to be very patient with their offense. The Cavaliers come out here with some pressure defense.
70-67, 2.5 to play. Pressure. There's the turnover in the backcourt.
Super job. And Jim, that's the first time that I can remember that the pressure defense has affected Ohio Dominican. Looks like that may be the key here.
We may see Dominican call a timeout here to try to get the boys calmed down a bit. Each team with at least 4 timeouts remaining. But they do not call it here. I would have. Being an old coach, I would have called timeout. Devane. Down low, they throw it away. Trying to force the pass inside to Appline. Dominican, the active hands, forced the turnover.
Had plenty of time, too.
We'll see how they work the clock. That's Mike War. If they may get a 5 call, they barely avoid it.
Dangerous pass that time.
They're living dangerously right now trying to hold the basketball. 21 seconds. There's the pick in the pocket by Frederick. He is fouled. That's an intentional foul. Oh, my.
Big break.
I'm just not crazy about that call, Mick. Not the intentional foul. That's going to turn the game around. Second one tonight. How many times do you see 2-in-1 ball game?
We've had it tonight here. The drive by Fredericks. And he gets swatted on the arm there. The intentional call. Now Fredericks will have a pair of foul shots. And then the Cavaliers will get the ball back. So a big break here. And let's see if Jason can't capitalize here.
Frederick 2 for 2 on the night. 11 points. That's number 12. He's the guy you want at the free throw line in this type of situation. Good look at the young head coach of the Panthers. Frederick again, nails them both. Now the Cavaliers get the ball. And they only trail by a point at 70-69. We have 1:53 left in the ball game. The putback Appline has it knocked away.
Cavaliers like to run that play where they'll inbound it quickly and then catch the guy coming in from out of bounds for the easy lay-in. They've run that successfully a couple times this year. Good defense that time by Ohio Dominican.
What's the whistle we have here? They just may do it again. That's strange. No time off the clock, they'll do it again. Well, they almost worked the same play. Now they shoot it back out. 1:43 left in the ball game. Ohio Dominican by a point. Debevic to Devane. 28 in the shot clock, 1:34 in the game clock. 20 on the shot clock.
They're trying to spread the floor and work something in the post.
Around the screen for 3, gonna be short. Geig the rebound.
Great hustle by Geig.
1:10 to play, 37 in the shot clock, Dominican by 1. Appline to the basket, nails it, and well, they're gonna wave off the basket. Oh my.
That's the play they wanted. Get him the ball, he went to work, hit the shot, but they can't catch him. for the offensive foul.
I'd like to see it again. I did not see where the offensive foul was.
Corey again off the dribble. Super move.
There's no offensive foul there.
Goes into the air and hits the shot.
We have seen two calls that I'm really not crazy about. One, the intentional foul, and there's no way that's an offensive foul. Appline fouls out. Sean Jackson, good jump shooter, returns for the Cavaliers.
Cavaliers last time with a pressure defense, able to force a turnover.
The long feed, almost too long, but a great athletic move by Johnson. Nagy, they drop it down low, they miss the jumper, and that's number 5 on Greg Geig.
Well, they took the ball right at Geig that time. Made a good play the first time. The official catches him the second time as Ohio Dominican keeps the ball alive. Here it is again. Good position inside. Good block there by Geig, and the second time going after it. Looks like there was less contact that time
than there was the
first time.
Well, you hate to see them swallow the whistles the final 2 minutes, but there's been about 3 calls that just are not making either team happy. Good look at Greg Geig, 19 points. Foul trouble, hurting Geig, only 2 in the second half. Now Derek Johnson at the foul line, first time tonight. Johnson shooting 66%. And he's shooting 1-1. Dominican calls time. We will keep it right here with 55 seconds.
This would be a critical loss, Jim, for Walsh.
Oh, exactly.
They've got some tough games on the road. They've had some problems winning against conference foes on the road. And this loss here at home to Ohio Dominican, who right now 1-5 in the league, would be really critical for they expect to challenge here and win the title outright of the Mid-Ohio Conference.
With the Hunter rating system into effect now to determine who makes the district playoffs, of course, you lose a game at home to a team under 500, boy, that can kill you as far as the point system goes. It can just do so much harm to lose a game like this on your home court to a subpar record-wise team, as Dominican is right now at 8-13. Dominican pulls off a victory tonight. That's 9 wins this season after just having 7 the last 3 years.
Unbelievable. Well, it's going to come down to this. Mount Vernon and Walsh hooking up here February 6th at 11 o'clock.
Cavaliers trying not to look ahead to that ball game, and right now they have to focus their attention on the final 55 seconds. May have played a factor tonight. Mount Vernon coming in here next for the Cavaliers. Dominican's next game is a non-conference game at Shawnee State University. They've got a great chance. If they hold on here, they can get Shawnee State. That pulls them within 3 games of 500. Derek Johnson 1-1, first time at the line tonight. And he's shooting 66%. Will not get it. DeMont Wood has the rebound. 10-second time differential on the 45-second clock in the game clock. Jackson for 3. He nailed it! Sean Jackson! Well, that's the biggest 3 that young man has ever hit.
Big hit. Out of the dead corner, too, on the right. Pass kicked out there. Good pass over to Jackson that time. Went right up with it as soon as he got it and hit nothing but the bottom of the net.
39 seconds. Shot clock is off.
Ohio Dominican with some outstanding three-point shooters in their own right, Jim. Although I would be surprised if they go for the long ball. I would look for them to maybe get something a little closer to the bucket.
Well, they have hit 6 threes this half and 4 twos. And we'll take a look at that big jumper from Sean Jackson, which gave the Cavaliers a 2-point lead.
Gets up high, just a beautiful stroke that time.
The flick of the wrist, just like they teach it.
Yep. Big clutch basket by Jackson.
There's a look at the Ohio Dominican bench. Ed DeGenova mapping up what he hopes is a game-tying or go-ahead bucket. Well, they've got Jim Nagy, who's been quiet, but there's a guy who can hit these types of baskets in this type of situation. Nagy's the guy. They have to go the length of the floor. Cavaliers are going to pressure.
He does an excellent job of drawing fouls as well. Nagy does.
Well, they back off with no pressure. 34 seconds to play. Walsh on top by 2. Rest. Cavaliers in man. Frederick almost knocked it away. Nagy, 20 seconds to the basket, reverses it up, and he's fouled. If you're a Cavalier fan, that's not too bad.
86% foul shooter for Nagy. And he did just what I said he would, is just go and draw the foul. There he goes baseline. Help coming in a little bit late. And there's the clear hack. Good drive, good explosion move by Nagy on the baseline.
First time at the line tonight. 15 points, only 2 in the second half. Has not shot the basketball that much in the final 20.
Good look at the young man there from Holy Name High School, a senior.
Here we go. 1.
16 points for Nagy. Game is tied. 20 seconds. $15 seconds. We're at 10. Cavaliers got to make a move to the basket. Frederick. Off balance shot will not fall. Woods put back will not go. We have overtime. And that's got to be a big lift for Ohio Dominican. Cavaliers look like they were disorganized trying to get a final shot.
That's where a possible timeout in that situation and talk it over a little bit. As you mentioned, they did look a little bit disorganized. And then finally, Jason Frederick got the ball back and decided to drive to the bucket. Threw up kind of a wild shot from 15 feet, but DeMont Wood with the good rebound and just couldn't pull a shot off inside.
If momentum is lingering, it's on the Ohio Dominican side of the gymnasium at this point.
Of course, the Cavaliers having to play the overtime period without Greg Geig and Corey Appline, their big 1-2 punch inside. So that certainly is going to be the advantage of Ohio Dominican.
This is a 5-minute overtime. I believe they'll jump it up again, each team with an additional timeout in the 5-minute OT. And this is the first overtime for the Cavaliers this season. This one has been a superb ball game, and Dominican has hung in there. Every time it looked like the Cavaliers may nail it away, then they even surged to a 5-point lead with 3 minutes to go, and Walsh fought back and even took a lead. Great ball game.
Great defensive job done by Ohio Dominican too, Jim. Of course, the Cavaliers averaging well over 90 points per ball game, and they're stuck right at 72 after regulation. So a great job done by Ohio Dominican, especially with Walsh on their own floor.
Let's see if Nagy does not try to take over in the OT. Panthers control the tip. Each team with 10 personal fouls. That means 2 free throws. They feed it down low, and it's tipped out of bounds by the Cavaliers. 36 on the shot clock. We're in overtime, and the game is tied at 72. Nagy. Eggleston. Down low, they turn it over, loose on the floor, they retain possession. And there's one of those senseless fouls. Eggleston nowhere to go in that particular situation on the double team, and Debevic reaches around and fouls him.
Everybody playing good defense, shot clock winding down. Ohio Dominican going to have to reset themselves, and then they get the reach-in foul.
Sam Eggleston 2 for 2 from the line. He's 89% on the season. And the sophomore nails it. 6 points for Sam Eggleston. He's averaging 7-3 a game. His team with a 73-72 lead.
Well, there's a great guy to have at the line.
You put him and Jason Frederick there around this time of the ball game, they're usually going to connect for you. Pressure. Frederick over the timeline. 4:25 to play. Devane, DeMont Wood, nice feed down low. Debevic will try to reverse it. Cannot throw it in. Jackson, the big rebound, puts it back up, off balance, no whistle. And now they whistle that. Boy, that's amazing. All that contact down low, then they whistle a loose ball foul trying to go to the basket or go to the ball. That's 5 on Debevic.
Now 3 Walsh players have fouled out of the ball
That's
game.
a horrible call any way you look at it for either side. Now, I can't believe Jackson did not get a whistle here.
No call there. There's the scrapping around for the ball. Look at everybody getting smacked and hit, and then they catch Tim Debevic with the grab. It looked like he grabbed somebody's jersey there.
A lot of contact, and they singled out Debevic, and he is gone. Ron Fredericks will use all his available time in replacing Debevic. Cavaliers really short-handed. Todd Larson will make his first appearance. Mike Wharf at the foul line, only 55%. And he has not seen much time. He's under some pressure here as he goes to the line. 4:10 in overtime. In and out. Mike Wharf again. Missed them both, but Johnson has the rebound. There's a big offensive board. Near turnover, Johnson. Great move to the basket.
Jackson with outstanding defense as well, and he still got the shot to fall.
76-72, 3:49 to play. Cavaliers about turned it over. Larson, his forte is to throw the three, and believe me, he will. Cavaliers are really struggling offensively, Mick.
Well, they don't have their big people in there. There's a long one.
DeMont Wood, the rebound, is fouled going to the basket.
Well, DeMont Wood, a couple of key rebounds here in the ball game. This one, a big one here as he keeps the long jumper alive. Watch him go high. Great job, and nearly puts the shot down off the one dribble.
Wood free throw line, second time tonight. 5 points, 1 for 1 from the line. And shooting 63% on the season. The junior from Akron North High School, junior college transfer. Nails the free throw, 76-73 Ohio Dominican. 3 1/4 left to play in our first overtime. DeMont Wood again. Nails them both. 2-point ball game. Dominican by 2. Cavaliers are giving pressure. Now they back off. Doug Ress finds a lane. Devane almost took it away. Eggleston, 32 on the shot clock, a lot of time. Johnson, great move to the basket.
Snuck around there on the baseline, uses his body to shield off defenders and lays it in. Super move.
78-74, 16 for Johnson. Frederick, back to Devane. The Mount Wood, they turn it over. Trying to force it inside. Well, they hit a bucket here, and the Cavaliers are in big trouble. There's the foul on DeMont Wood. That'll be 2 free throws. Cavaliers have not hit a bucket here in the overtime.
DeMont that time, of course, looking for the steal. Looking to create something positive for Walsh as they trail by 4 coming down here the stretch.
Doug Gress, a good free throw shooter, 74%. First time at the line tonight. Nailed a 3 in the second half. Only a sophomore. Cannot get the free throw. That'll keep the Cavaliers in the neighborhood.
They were down a similar situation with about the same amount of time in regulation. They were down 5 and able to come back and tie it.
79-74, 2:38 to play. Each possession becomes very important.
Again, the problem, Jim, is nobody really to go to inside.
Devane, Jackson, DeMont Wood, turnaround jumper, he hit it.
DeMont Wood takes a stand, good feed to him, turns around from 10 and hits the bottom of the net.
79-76 Dominican, 2:11 to play. On the double team, they drop it back to Eggleston. 2:02 to play. 32 on the shot clock. Overmeyer for 3. He has hit 2 threes. They have been huge. 82-76. Frederick. He wants a 3. The cross court is thrown away.
That really hurt.
You're exactly right. 1:30 to play. Dominican on the verge of a huge Mid-Ohio Conference upset. Frederick has a steal, then he's fouled. Boy, that's a big call.
Jason's got a couple of picks here this evening, Jim. And that time he took it clean, nearly went for the breakaway.
Cavaliers have been in this situation many times on the road and usually have run out of time. Now they have a chance to pull within 4 with Jason Frederick at the free throw line, where he's 4 of 4 tonight. 13 points in the ball game.
No doubt the best guy to have at the line in this situation for the Cavaliers.
.61 senior has had a superb career under 3 head coaches for the Cavaliers. Started with Dan Peters, 2 years under Dan O'Connor, and now closing out with Ron Frederis. Has been on 3 teams that have won 20 ball games, or 2 teams that have won 20 ball games. He can pull the Cavaliers within 4, and he does. Pressure in the backcourt, looking for the turnover. There's the double team, and they knock it away. 120, 42 in the shot clock. They got to watch Johnson breaking long. Double team again, there's the foul in the backcourt. Well, I'd be worried about an intentional foul being called.
They've had a couple of them tonight. We'll hike it down and shoot a couple of foul shots here.
Jackson's 3rd foul. Here's where 3 free throws may determine who wins this ball game. West at the line, nails the first one. Five-point lead, makes it 6. 1:15 to play. Larson for three, air ball. Dominican comes away, that may be the ball game. Out of bounds, timeout, 1:07 to play. We'll be right back, Dominican by 6.
I was shaking like a leaf and burst into tears. My knees just buckled.
Then my jaw hit the floor. The tears came and the joy, and we had a great time. And we're still having a great time.
I give them $1 million, or my granddaughter $1 million. I give these two $2 million. My two grandsons, I split $1 million between them two, and my daughter and her husband, I give them $1 million. So that left me with $6 million.
You're watching Sports Channel Cincinnati.
Going to shoot free throws the other way. Dominican can about salt this one away with an 84-78 lead with 1:06.
Cavaliers are in a desperate situation, going to have to come down and start throwing threes.
Eggleston cannot get the free throw. That should be a two-shot foul.
Yeah. There's still time here, Jim. Right now, they're two long bombs away from tying this ball game up if he misses his foul shot.
That's the first miss for Sam Eggleston tonight.
Cavaliers do have some shooters that can get it done, too.
Nails that one, 7-point lead. Frederick pulls up, launches it, in and out. And Paget comes away with a rebound and maybe a victory. And there's a foul in the backcourt on DeMont Wood. Well, this is a devastating loss if this is how it turns out for the Cavaliers. Would almost wipe away a Mid-Ohio Conference opportunity.
Paget clearing himself there, and there's the foul. Put him at the line now for 2 shots.
He is 4 of 4 tonight, in and out. He'll get one more.
It's going to still take 3 buckets for the Cavaliers to get the job done with just 55 seconds remaining in the ball game, regardless of Paget hits his foul shot or not.
8-point lead. Devane, Jackson. The long three will not go. Larson the rebound. The putback is there. Now Walsh will call time with 43 seconds. And what the Cavaliers need now is a quick turnover. We've seen them do this before and wipe out a huge Urbana lead. But that was when they were able to have their best players on the floor. Not the case right now.
They've had foul problems from the get-go in this ball game, and you got to give a lot of credit to Ohio Dominican. They have played just some outstanding basketball. Really a disciplined club as well, too, Jim. Everybody out there giving it all for 40 minutes.
They will cause more problems throughout the Mid-Ohio Conference season as this year goes on. They have struggled against Walsh in the past 9 years.
Probably look here if they can get a steal and or a quick double team after the inbounds and maybe swipe the ball. If they can't, I'm sure they'll foul them right away.
You know, the ideal thing would be a 5 count. Nagy will put the ball in play. Cavaliers not guarding the ball. There's Paget wide open, comes out of the pack, 2-on-1. He'll pull it back out, and Wood fouls him. And that's 5 on DeMont Wood. 4 Cavaliers have fouled out, and I cannot remember that ever happening the past 9 years.
But as we said, Jim, at the start of the show, they've had problems with fouls this season. dug themselves holes, key players having to go to the bench, not getting their ordinary amount of minutes.
Well,
that has been the case tonight.
This is a staggering figure coming into tonight's game. 534 fouls for the opponent's 380. Oddly enough, only 4 Cavaliers fouled out till tonight's game, and they have 4 tonight. The opponents had 7 players fouled out. Walsh only 4. But that is 154 more fouls than the opposition. That's just a devastating figure in 21 ball games. Jason Gilson returns, and the Cavaliers need a couple of misses here from John Pageant.
That has been one of their big problems. Again, is the fouls, because they've played this year. They've played well, they've rebounded well, run the break well.
There's the first miss. And once you get a reputation of being the team that fouls, that kind of follows you around whether you really foul that much or not. Once you get that tag, it kind of sticks with you. Second one finds the hole, 7-point lead. Devane, Larson on the baseline, will not fall. Gilson to rebound. The putback will not go. Ball knocked out of bounds by Dominican. 25 seconds. Cavaliers are just running out of time. Frederick. Boy, no whistle there as the ball gets stuck. And the alternate possession will have to give the ball to Walsh.
That could be it right there.
And they're in search of the miracle here.
And of course, Ohio Dominican playing tough defense out around that three-point area. Not going to give the Cavaliers a clear shot.
And they almost throw it away. And now the ball's knocked out of bounds, or is it a foul? Have a foul called on Derek Johnson. That's his fourth. That tells the story, that last shot of the clock. There are no 7-point plays from the free throw line that I'm aware of. Devane with 2. 9 points on the night. Again, nails it. 5-point lead, 18 seconds. And Devane is called for the foul.
Well, believe it or not,
seconds.
they still got a shot.
Yeah, if they can miss a couple of free throws, you can come down.
Well, even if he hits one,
you're still a 2-basket possibility.
2-basket, right.
Well, regardless if the Cavaliers pull a miracle or not, they have to go back to the drawing board and do some soul searching for the final half of the season. The rest cannot connect.
Really what the Cavaliers should try to do is get this out as quickly as they can. Everybody on the foul lane.
Well, they're still in the ballpark right now, but they have to have a 3. And I don't understand that shot at all. That's not going to do you any good. There's a 3. That one goes, but there's only 4 seconds and they cannot stop the clock. And time will run out. Ohio Dominican has pulled the big upset. Your final score from Walsh. The Cavaliers 88, or the Dominican Panthers 88, the Walsh College Cavaliers 85.
My daughter, such as,